So foreign investors are going to understand our Indian GAAP language, our Indian GAAP rules means. Yes. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
No,
Yeah.
no, ma'am, they won't able to understand that.
Exactly. They won't be able to understand that, right? So for them, we have to generate the reports as per IFRS, right? So that is
Okay.
the reason we are using this leading ledger. So what leading ledger will do? Leading ledger will also generate our accounting book means our company's balance sheet and our P&L only, right? But which rules will be used in the leading ledger? India, like rules which has been followed according to the Indian GAAP, right? Now non-leading ledger is also the same thing. Non-leading ledger also reflects your reporting only. It also reflects your legal and the statutory reporting only, your balance sheet and P&L. But now if you want to generate, or if I can say that if you want to use another rule, another accounting rule, right, that we can reflect to our foreign investors, then that data should be stored in another ledger. We can't use the same ledger 0L, right, for two different methods, for two different rules. So for that we have created one non-leading ledger, and will assign this non-leading ledger with IFRS accounting principle. Okay, now if I say my company is purchasing a machine. Okay, let's say we are purchasing a machine on 1st of April 2025, right, when our new financial year starts. So machine cost is 10 lakh rupees. Okay, so as per Indian GAAP, the useful life of that machine is 10 years. Okay, as per our India's standard rules. Okay, but as per the IFRS rule, as per our IFRS international rules, the same machine useful life is of 8 years. So depreciation value will change there in both the scenario.
Okay.
So that is the reason we do need two different ledgers to show our reports into two different accounting rules. This is the purpose of creating this leading ledger and non-leading ledger.
Okay. Ma'am, I just want one more thing to ask. Parallel accounting stands for
Sorry, what?
what used for parallel accounting.
Parallel accounting is configuring two different, two, not only two, but multiple ledgers in your company. Now, you
Okay.
have assigned the leading ledger 0L, right? Yesterday. Here we have assigned leading ledger only 0L.
Okay.
We have not assigned anywhere
Okay.
non-leading ledgers. So now, if you want that your
Exactly.
company should use two different accounting principle, right? So we need to inform our
Okay.
system that okay, whatever IFRS methods are there, that should be used in this non-leading ledger. So that configuration process is
Okay.
known as parallel accounting.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Yes, Jitu, what you want to share? Yes, Jitu, you have raised your hand. Do you want to share anything? Okay. Yeah. So now today we are going to do the posting of our journal entries. So we are just going to post the basic journal entries only. We are not going to do much because we don't have our customers, we don't have our vendors, we don't have any assets, nothing we have in our system as of now. So first of all, whatever configuration up to now we have done it, I just want to show you where it gets relate. Okay, so that the things will start getting clear in your heads. So first of all, let's post two of the journal entry. One will post for the revenue and other will post for the expenses. Okay, so now I want to post first the transaction, or I can say entry for expenses. So I'm creating, let's say, one I'm posting expense for salary. So if I want to post an salary expense, okay, then what is the entry for it?
Ma'am, salary to bank or salary to
Debit to
cash?
bank account.
To cash
Exactly.
or bank?
Yeah, so
Salary
salary
debit
account debit to
bank account credit.
salary debit to bank or a cash credit, right? And now if I want to post one revenue transaction, let's say I'm doing a sales, right? So if I want to post a sales revenue transaction, then what will be the entry?
Bank account to
Ma'am,
sales account.
cus, uh, customer account debit to sales account.
No, here we are just posting journal entries, no? We don't have any customers as of now.
Okay.
So it will be just sales account credit and cash account will be debited there.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
So cash debit to sales
Sales.
credit. Now if I want to post this two transactions, then which all GLs, which all general ledgers do I need to post it?
Need the salary one and cash 2 GLs.
Then not sales.
Yeah, sales also. Sorry, I have not said that.
Yeah. So now okay, so first of all we want is our salary GL, right? So if I want to create salary GL, then under which group can I create it? Sorry?
That will be expense.
Exactly, it's an expense, but in our expense we have multiple groups, right? We have created.
Salary.
Salary.
Itself, yes. So my salary GL number will be 5400. Here in
Five
SAP
four
it
double.
is 0. Here is a salary, no? In the salary head,
Okay.
the number ranges starting from 5400 and ends at 5499. So under this salary head, we can create this many GLs. So as it's a first GL, I am creating it as a 5400 only. Now the next GL we want is our cash GL. So if I want to create cash GL, then under which group we can create cash GL here?
Cash and bank 2300.
Exactly. So under bank means cash comes under assets, right? And under assets we have created bank and a cash group. So under bank and a cash we can create our cash GL, and cash GL number is 2300. Now we want is our sales GL. Sorry, sales revenue it is. So under which group we can create it?
Revenue from operations.
Exactly.
4000.
So my sales GL will be under revenue from operations, and the GL number will be 4000. So
4,000 to 4099.
yeah, so in between you can take whatever number you want, but it should basically we should follow the chronological order.
Okay.
Yeah. So here we got the GL numbers which GL we want to create. So for cash the GL number is 2300 and for sales it is 4000. Done. So now to create this GL accounts, we have to use a T code FS00 that is been used for the creation of general ledger. This T code you should know it because on every other day we are going to create some or the other ledgers there, general ledgers. So
Ma'am, I just ask one more thing.
Mhm.
We can use T codes as a short keys of the SAP, or further, or we can say,
T codes are itself known as a shortcut keys only,
okay.
and
These,
it yes,
okay.
and it is not been pronounced as a SAP. Okay, it has been pronounced as an SAP. Please, guys, here in the
Okay.
class
Got
itself is totally fine, but when you go in a real world or for like interviews and all, please don't
okay.
use SAP.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. So yes, let's create our general ledger. So first of all, let's create our salary GL. And to create your general ledger accounts, we have to use a T code FS00. So let's go to FS00. Now, first of all, there will be a chances that whenever you will come here to FS00, your screen might be like this. Let me show you. Your screen might look like this. Okay, this is totally fine, but you should not be working on this screen. Okay, there should be a screen of GL tree as well. So how to change this screen? For that, first of all, mention your company code here, and whichever GLs you are going to create, that GL number you have to mention here. These two things you have to mention there. Then click on this settings option. Then go to hierarchy display, and then select your display accounts in navigation tree. Means whatever GL accounts will be creating, all the GL accounts should be reflected in the tree. Okay, so just select this second option and click OK. So what system is saying, the new settings will take effect once the transaction is restarted. Just click OK, get exit from the screen, and once again come back to FS00. So you will get this screen where you will get all your GL accounts here in a tree. So this is not our company code, okay? This is of another company code. But yes, all our GL accounts will be reflected here in a tree. Now, these are the few icons which you should be familiar of. Now, the very first one is to find. Second icon is to create a new general ledger. Third icon is to display any GL. Fourth icon is to edit any GL. Fifth icon is to copy any GL. Sixth icon is to block any GL. Seventh icon is to delete any GL. Eighth icon is to change your company code. Where? Here in this GL tree. This is known as GL tree, this part. So if you want to change here your company code, then you have to use this last third icon. Last second icon is to make any update, and last is to print out. So let's create our new GL, that is the salary. First you have to create any GL, then only you will be able to see any GLs in this tree. So click on this create option. Mention your GL account number, which GL you want to create. I want to create as 5400. Company code as, what is our company code? TG01. So mention your company code as TG01. Click OK. Now GL account type. So whatever GL we are creating, right? Is it a part of a balance sheet? Is it a part of a PNL? Is it a part of any cash account, non-operating expense or income, or any secondary cost? What is it?
Income expense.
Sorry?
Income expense.
Is it a non-operating expense or income? Salary?
Operating.
It's operating, right? So for that we have to mention your primary cost or revenue. So whichever GL is a part of your P&L accounts, that will come under primary cost or revenue. Account group. So if you guys remember, we have configured the same thing in our chart of account. All these groups we have copied in our chart of account. So whatever chart of accounts you have created, that will be reflected here in the field of account group. So here I am creating my salary GL under the group salary itself. Short text means mention your GL name. It's a salary GL. Long text, just mention the GL name but in a descriptive way. So I'm mentioning as salary GL for a company code TG01. Now here we have to just mention these 4 details. GL account type as a primary cost or revenue, account group as a salary, short text as a salary GL, long text as a salary GL for company code TG01. Now go to control data tab. Now here, does tax is applied on salary?
Yes, TDS is applied.
Exactly. So here we have to mention tax category, but here we are not going to define which kind of tax will be applied, right? Because TDS option is not given here. So what we'll do here is we have to apply here all tax types are allowed. So if TDS is up, we are applying, it will be applied there. So select here all tax types are allowed as a star. Now, as we have not configured our TDS accounts, TDS codes, right? So up to that we are going to post this transaction without applying any kind of tax on it. So my system should allow us to post any transaction without applying tax on it. So what we'll do here is we'll select here posting without text allowed. Okay, now comes the mandatory thing. So whenever you create any GL, the sort key is a mandatory thing. Sort key means what? Any idea? You can get it with the help of the term sort.
Ascending order or descending order.
Exactly how your entries will be followed in your ledgers. Okay, so with that reference, we are giving your sort key. Now here we'll give sort key as 001 as per the posting date. In real time also we use the same sort key there. So how we want is our all our entries will be sorted accordingly our posting date. Let's say if you posted any transaction on today's date, it will be reflected on the top. Yesterday's transaction will be reflected on a second line and so on. So use here as a 001 posting date. Now whenever you create any PNL account, okay, so if you noticed here in type and description, we have mentioned it's a PNL account, primary cost or revenue. We didn't define that whether it's a cost or revenue, right? So here in the control data tab, we have to define cost element category. So if I go to search option, what kind of cost element category will be reflected here? Just you have to give some assumption, nothing else.
01.
Yes, exactly. So 01 defines that it's a account which is reducing our revenue, right? So who reduces the revenue? Expense only. So primary cost or cost reducing revenue. So to all your expense account, you have to assign cost element category as a 01. Then go to the third tab, create bank and interest. Now here you can see fill status group is reflecting. So what is the work of fill status variant?
Isha, can you open the options in it?
Cost center.
If I will open an option, then I know you guys will get it. You have
Cost
to just
center.
recall it. Sorry? No, it's not a cost centers. Okay, let me help you if it works. Yes, now can you relate it?
Is the control field appears during the posting in the accounting documents.
Can you repeat it?
It is the its control which fields appear during the posting in accounting document and their behavior.
Exactly. So if you remember, we have configured this in our FI configuration, fill status variant, where we copied our fill status variant from 0001 and we have assigned to a company code, right? So there were multiple groups, and according based on our GL, we will decide which groups we have to use. So these groups will decide that which field you have to make it mandatory, which field you can make it optional and suppressed, means hidden. So now here I'm creating one salary GL, right? It's an expense GL. So which kind of account, which kind of group I can mention here?
So Isha, in real-time scenario, usually these field status are already available in SAP, and we just apply it, and then whatever changes are needed as per the company requirement, then we do it, or how does it work?
Yeah, the same way it will work. Okay, in real time also, whatever we are copying, right? Whatever we have copied here in from 0001, in the same way in real time also we do copy only, because to create this accounts manually it's a time consuming thing, and
Yeah.
whatever the standard things are there, in the same way only we are going to configure it manually also. So rather manual means creating manually, we always copy it from 0001. There can be chances that you might be copying from 0001 or 1710 or 1000. It depends what kind of company you are creating. Okay. So this can vary, but yes, whatever groups are there, it will remain as it is there.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Yes. So can anyone tell me which kind of group I can assign to my expense GL?
Cost account.
Yes, exactly. So, as it's an expense account, so to define expense account, what we are going to do is we are going to assign our cost accounts itself. So now, whatever fields you want to make it mandatory, optional, or suppress for your sales GL, then you have to visit the group G004 only and save the data. So here with this, our first GL, salary GL is created. Now company code is shown here as HL01. That is not our. So let's change here. So to change it, use this last third option. Mention your company code as TG01. Click OK. So here you can see under our company code TG01, only one GL has been there, that is salary, and under salary we have created our salary GL. Now let's create our another GL. Yes, Jitu, you have raised your hand. What would you like to share anything?
Yeah, so I was just asking the topic which you explained, leading, non-leading earlier. So where do you actually define while creating a ledger that which accounting principle it should follow?
That will be defined in the configuration of parallel accounting.
Okay, so while creating ledger, we don't define that, right?
No, once the ledgers are created, after that we have to define which accounting principle will be used there.
Okay.
Okay. So with this, our salary GL is created. Now the next is I want to create is my sales GL. Sales GL number is 4000. So let's go to FS00. Click on create. GL account number will be 4000. Company code as TG01 and click OK. So now GL account type will be same primary cost or revenue. Account group will be revenue from operations. Short text, it's a sales GL. Long text, sales GL for company code TG01. Then go to control data. So now do tax are applied on sales GL?
Yes.
Yes, of course. So here also we have to mention tax category. We'll mention tax category as a star. All tax types are allowed. And as we have not created any tax codes, so we have to post it without applying tax on it, right? So system should allow us posting without tax also. So let's select here posting without tax allowed. Sort key is always going to remain same 001 as per the posting date. Now comes cost element category. So which category will be marked here?
11.
Yes, for the revenue accounts, we have to assign the category 11, which defines that these are the revenue GLs only. Then go to the third tab, create bank and interest. Now here we have to
Ma'am, could
mention
you
fill
please,
group.
ma'am, could you please, hello?
Yes, I'm here. Hello.
Yeah, hi, ma'am. Ma'am, could you
Hello, am I
please
audible?
define shortkeys? Yes. Ma'am, could you please define shortkeys? What is shortkeys?
Hello.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Hello?
Yes,
Hello?
then yes, I
Um,
can hear you.
hello? Ma'am, could you
Hello.
please describe? Hello, ma'am, could you please describe what is shortkeys? What is 001? What is shortkeys?
Sort key means whenever you will go to your ledgers, right? In your ledgers, all the entries will be reflected, whether it's a sales, whether it's a revenue, or whether you made any sales to a customer, and whether you're purchasing anything, right? All the entries will be reflected there in your general ledgers, right? Now, in which way your system will arrange that entries? There should be some format, or there should be some thing that we have to define them, right? That okay, you have to follow these rules to arrange all the transactions. So for arranging in which order, we are assigning this sort key. So here we have assigned the sort key as 001 as per the posting date, right? So when you post the transaction, any kind of transaction, there will be three types of dates will be there. One will be the document date, one will be the posting date. So here we told our system that please arrange all our transactions as per the posting date. So for an example, we have this sales GL, right? We have posted one revenue transactions. So I posted this revenue transaction on today's date. I posted one revenue transaction on yesterday's date, and I posted third transactions on day before yesterday's date, right? So how system will arrange all these transactions there in the ledger? As per the posting date, right? So whichever transaction you have posted today, that will come on a top. The transaction which you have posted on yesterday's date, which will be come on the second line, and the transaction which you have posted day before yesterday will come on the third line. So this is how sort key helps you to arrange your transactions there.
Oh, okay, ma'am. Got it.
Yes, let's go to create bank and interest. Assign your fill status group. So which will status group will be assigned if you are creating your revenue GL?
G G029.
Exactly, that is for the revenue accounts. So select your G029 and save it. So here you can see in the GL tree under revenue from operations, sales GL is created as a 4000. Now third GL we want is our cash GL, and for cash GL we have given a code as 2300 account number. So let's go to FS00 once again. Go to create option. GL account number is 2300. Company code is TG01. Now What will be the GL account type there?
Balance sheet
Okay, if you're seeing, then let's
because that belongs to no cash account. Cash account is there. Yeah.
okay, let's select cash account. Then if you select cash account, here they are asking GL account subtype. So which subtype account you are creating here?
Petty cash.
What is the meaning of petty cash?
No, cash account is not correct, ma'am.
Small.
Sorry?
Small.
Exactly.
Petty
So,
cash
sorry?
we use for day-to-day and transactions, small expenses.
Exactly. So whatever small amount of transaction or whatever physical cash has been kept in our offices, right, to pay all our regular expenses, all our minor expenses, right? For that we do use petty cash. So here, do we need to create petty cash GL or just a cash GL?
It should be then balance sheet, right?
No.
Exactly. Here, while creating a cash GL, if you're creating a petty cash GL, then only you have to select your cash account. But if you're creating a cash GL, then you need to use a balance sheet account. So select your balance sheet account as it is a part of assets. Account group will be bank or a cash. Short text as a cash GL. Long text cash GL for a company code TG01. Go to control data. Now, do we apply any kind of tax on cash?
No.
So there is no need to apply tax category also. And if there is no need to apply tax category, then no need to select posting without text allowed also. Anyways, no tax are there, so we are allowed to post it without it. Sort key is a mandatory thing. In every kind of jail, it will be there. Sort key will be using same 001 posting date. Now, as it's a balance sheet account, so we don't need to define it whether it's a revenue GL or expense GL. So cost element category option is also not available there when you select balance sheet account. Then go to create bank and interest. Now here in the fill status group, go to the search option. So here I'm going to assign which kind of group. Yes.
Can you go downwards?
Yeah, sure.
Actually, bank accounts, receivable. Which options are there actually for balance sheet? Actually, it is not much clear on the screen.
The first one is there. For all the balance sheet accounts, we are the
Okay.
general accounts, we use G001. I'm not saying for each and
Yeah,
every. Okay.
G005.
No, G005 is just for the bank accounts. Just specific to bank account.
so it falls under general ledger category. You mean to say
Yes.
G001.
Yes. But it's not necessary that each and every balance sheet account will come under G001 only. Okay, we'll understand later how we'll slowly and steadily we'll create another balance sheet accounts. We are going to use multiple groups there, so you will get it. So press enter and save it. So it's just an informative message, nothing else. Until and unless your message is marked in a yellow and a green, okay, it is okay. Only if it comes in a red circle, you need to check it. So just click OK and save the data. So here with this, all the three GLs are created. Just give me a second. Yeah. So with this, all the three GLs are created. Any doubt up to this? Okay, now here we can see these three GLs are created, but all the fields are marked in a gray color, so you won't be able to make any changes there. If you want to make any kind of changes in this fields, you are allowed to change it. Just you won't be allowed to change is a GL account number. So how to change it? Let's say if you want to make a change in the salary GL. So click on the salary GL, click on this display icon. So all the details of salary will be reflected. Now to make the changes, click on this edit option. So all the fields will become unable for us. So here we can change it. Whatever changes you want, you can make it here. So this is how you can use this. And with this, we have completed the creation of three GLs. And now we can post this to of our journal entries. So if you have any doubt up to this, do let me know. Otherwise, let me move further.
Isha, just one question.
Hmm.
GL accounts can be created at company code level as well as on chart of accounts category, right? As well.
Chart of account just stores your general ledgers. Otherwise, it is created at a company code level only. It is just a
Okay.
box, we can say, which stores all the
Okay.
different kind of ledgers there, general ledgers there.
Okay. So suppose there are two company codes, two separate
Hmm.
company codes, and if they want to use same, like for example, there are GLs created, and in any of the company code, can we use the same GL for both company codes, or it has to be
Yes, you
different?
can use the same GL for both the company codes only and only if they are using the same chart of accounts and same fiscal year variant.
Okay.
And there should be group chart of accounts assigned there.
Okay. So
If
for example, if a Tata company working in India and
hmm,
Tata consultancy registered in USA,
hmm,
okay, both company codes will be separate for them, right?
yeah,
Yeah. So if we want to manage accounting for both companies, we can use same general ledger for both company codes, or it will be
you can
different.
use,
Yeah.
but there should be a group chart of accounts created. That
Hmm.
group chart of accounts will be a common general ledger for them.
Okay. GCOA, you mean, right?
Yeah. So
So
based on group chart of account, you can use the same GL for both the different company codes.
okay, because fiscal year in my example would be different, because I believe in US they follow calendar year as a fiscal year, where
Yeah,
in India
exactly.
we follow
April to March.
we have a April to March. So in
Even
that case, the fiscal year would vary, right?
yes, exactly. But there is a group chart of account now with you, so it will cover that problem.
Okay.
Because see, mostly if you have noticed, an Australian company uses this July to June,
Okay.
right? In that scenario, you won't be able to have that common scenario of fiscal year. There you have to use a group chart of account only. But yes, if two company codes are there in India, right, then it should be must that both the company codes should have the same fiscal year variant there.
Okay. So chart of accounts and group chart of accounts will be different, right? And we
Chart
have to link group chart of account
with the operational
under,
chart of account.
yeah.
Both are chart of accounts only, but both are two different types of chart of account. Okay, operational chart of account is the mandatory one, right? If the company is based in India or if the company is based in US, then both will have their own operating chart of account. But if you want to use the same GLs, same general ledgers for both the company codes, it should be having a group chart of account there. So they are known as like common GLs between two different company codes that you can use.
Okay. That will link both company codes together, right?
Yes, exactly. So that GL numbers will be same for Indian based company as well as US based company.
Okay, that is for the group. And if you want to define country chart of accounts, then how does it work?
Country
That,
chart of accounts, let's say you here being in India, if you want any financial report of US based company, right? So US is not going to use same accounting standards as we use in India. So we won't be able to understand their language and they won't be able to understand our accounting language. So if I want any financial report of USA, right? So what I will do, I will assign country specific chart of account. So it will generate a balance sheet report and P&L report as per our rules there.
okay, I mean,
We can
based on the
understand.
country regulations.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So that's it with the real accounts. Now we have to create is our transactions we want to post it. It's already 9:23. So we won't be able to post it, but let's just decide how much expense and how much revenue we want to make it in our company. So here we have two branches, Pune and Chennai, right? So in Pune branch, we are making a revenue of rupees 6,000. And for Chennai also, I'm making a revenue of rupees 6,000. So how much total revenue we are generating here is of 12,000. Now we have three branches in each of our, we have three departments in each of our branches. So, sorry, whoever is saying, but your voice is breaking, I won't be able to understand anything. Okay. So for Pune, under Pune IT department, we are doing an expense of 12,010. Okay. So here we are making an expense of 2,200. For Pune Finance Department, I'm making an expense of, let's say, 2,600. Okay. And same in Chennai, for Chennai IT Department, I'm making an expense of rupees 2,800. And for Chennai Finance Department, I'm making expense of rupees 2,400. So total expense here is done of 10,000. So here we got a profit of rupees 2,000, right? As of now in this scenario. Now, if you want to calculate how much profit is earned by Pune branch and how much is earned by Chennai branch, then do let me know what is the profit over there. I can say if Pune branch is earning 1,200 rupees as a profit and Chennai branch is earning as an 800 rupees of profit. 6,000 is a revenue and 5,200 is our expense. Right? So 800 is a profit for our Chennai branch. So this calculation we have done here in our Excel sheet. But the same thing we have to check in our system. So for that we have to book the transactions. So we'll continue it tomorrow for booking our transactions. So if you have any doubt up to this, do let me know. Otherwise, let's end the day. Because if I try to post a transaction, and generally when you post for the very first time, if you post any transactions, you are going to get a lot of errors. So it won't be get completed within 5 to 10 minutes. It will take a long time to post one single transaction. Only first transaction will take a time. After that, all other transactions will be posted easily. That is the reason we are skipping now. So if you have any other doubts, do let me know. Otherwise, let's end it.
Okay. So usually we in wherever you implement SAP, you see such sort of errors which you are saying.
Yeah, that all errors will be reflected tomorrow for you guys.
Okay, so those will be the common errors you're talking about, right?
Common errors, yes. And it's not necessary, only common errors will be reflected. There are some errors that will be not common, but the rarely based errors. But not tomorrow. I'm not thinking because almost everything has been configured. But still, if some things are there, if want to get configured, then there are chances that in future we'll get some rarely based error. Not I'm saying not configured by us, but the configuration of our system also give us an error.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, but don't worry, we'll discuss each and every in a detail, each and every errors in a detail. And you guys will give me an answer. I'm not going to solve any errors from tomorrow. Okay, then let's end it here. We'll be meeting tomorrow with the same timing, 8:30 to 9:30. Okay, bye bye everyone. Have a good day.
Yeah. Bye, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Bye bye.
Bye.